Good morning from Hollywood, California. My bed and this guy's bed. This guy loves camera time, don't you? Yes, you do. Who woke me up today? Ja. You haven't been getting much camera time, have you? Everybody likes you. Do you like everybody else? You gonna give me a silent treatment? That's you. This is the only screen time you get. Make good time of it. Okay, that's good time of it. This is your star moment, Ja. Good morning, everybody. Daze with Jordan the Lion starts now.
Well, it's now the 27th of December, and I think people have officially forgot Christmas is happening again. Or, for me, I always felt like, maybe it's because I was in school, Christmas just kind of should last from like the 18th of December until the new year. People are back to work, and except for the post office, I kind of think they should keep going. Maybe I'm selfish on that one, because I'm waiting on stuff, but yeah, back to business as usual, back to traffic as usual, and back to vlogging as usual. Got a couple of ideas I'm going to explore today, and first of which, I actually have to go to the camera store like 2 blocks away, because the new camera I got, I cannot figure out how to get the Wi-Fi going the way I want it, and everybody online seems to have had the same problem. The problem with that is that the YouTube videos people have done to help, most of them are done on an iPad or syncing up with some sort of Apple device, and I don't have that. So the app that they're telling you to download to use to upload everything isn't available through Android. So, and the closest one by the same company that I can find is more of like a security camera. It's meant for like setting up your camera while you're away, and you can view on your phone what the camera is seeing, and you can actually hit record on your phone and record that way. But that's not what I'm looking to do. I'm actually trying to just transfer the files, like copy what's on my camera onto my phone, and it seems to be a problem. So I'm going to go to the camera store and see if they've encountered this, and maybe if they can help me. And then the post office, because I got people that I owe mail to. Records, sunglasses, all kinds of jazz. I actually found out that one of the filming locations for one of my favorite Nickelodeon TV shows growing up is out here. I always thought it was like in Middle America or the Midwest somewhere, but it was actually here at the Griffith Park Boys Camp. So I'm going to call the Parks Department today and see if I can arrange for them to let me come up there and take some pictures and photos and stuff of what's up there, because like I said, it's a boys camp throughout a big part of the year, and I feel like this might be one of the few times of the year that there won't be anybody there, and maybe they'll give me like 5 or 10 minutes just to like take some pictures and photos and everything. So I'm gonna make that call, and hopefully I'll get to do that. This is one of those weird vlogs where I'm super excited to do it because I love this show, but I don't think that most people that watch my channel are gonna know it, and it was a hilarious show. It was called Salute Your Shorts. So if I get to do this, I'll be really happy, but most people probably will never view it because they'll be like, never saw it, don't know anything about it. Sometimes you gotta do one for you, right? Well, the guy at the camera store said that I have to call the Canon online support. He said that they're extremely good, and that he sends everybody there. He said that they have people, you just tell them like your device number, and they pretty much will walk you through it. So I guess when I get home I'll have to do that before I go do anything, because I still can't use the camera yet without that. I need to make sure I can get all the images off, Next errand, go buy Joss some food and take the escalator up to the Ross and look for new jeans. I got a hole in the crotch of my jeans already. I just need one pair. Unfortunately, all I wanted was literally the same exact pair and the same brand that I'm wearing now. They don't have them, so I'm gonna have to try on 5 different pairs and see if there's any that'll make it through until I lose a couple more pounds, with Dave to fit into my other jeans. Guys, this is unreal. My clairvoyance is absolutely on point this week. The day before George Michael dies, I do a vlog about and mention George Michael where he got in trouble. Yesterday, I mentioned that there's a homeless guy wearing the Chris Paul shoes that I wanted really bad and never could get. Alright, well, I got some new jeans, got some new shoes. It's weird, sometimes on the bigger sizes shoes, they'll just discount them super low. I've got them for $5 there before. So, cool, I got the shoes that I've wanted for a while, for like next to nothing. Got some new jeans for $10.99, and I'm ready to rock. Time to go to do some vlogging after the post office. Oh, we are approaching Aurora, Illinois, folks. And you know what happened in Aurora, Illinois? Home of the best dang public access show we've all ever seen. Now take a look at this street. This is the street where Wayne and Garth would have played hockey. And all the houses over here all kind of look like theirs, if you can believe it. So they actually picked a good place to believably make Aurora, Illinois out here. Well, right here is where we would have seen the Mirthmobile pull up. For the first shot of Wayne's World. Well, the first shot of them when we see Wayne's house. Because this is actually where Wayne's television show took place, right downstairs. How crazy is that? We would have seen Wayne coming out in his hockey gear. We would have seen the Mirthmobile parked right here. We would have seen the scenes of them all playing hockey right here, and Garth's house, which is been remodeled right here, but this was it. How cool is that? I mean, like, the first thing we actually see is them hosting the show down in the basement, and the guy who invented the suck cut has the suck cut on Garth's head, and he's cutting his hair, and Garth's going, "You're sucking my will to live." And then remember, we would have seen the Winnebago later when they get the show. The production Winnebago would have been right here. That's it. The house of Wayne Campbell from Wayne's World. I mean, I almost can't believe I'm seeing it. The weird thing about that is Mike Myers, I heard an interview with him, he said a character almost never happened because when he joined Saturday Night Live, they had to submit at least one idea per week for the show. And then they would have a day where everybody got together and Lauren would go over all the ideas and kind of decide what was going to happen and what wasn't. And since so many ideas always got nixed, Mike Myers said he was just afraid to submit anything. And then finally, Lauren's like, no, a lot of things are going to get denied. Submit every idea and we'll see what works. And that's kind of how Wayne's World started. And thank God it did, because that was just, I mean, that's a staple. A 1992 staple. You had Al Bundy in that movie. You had Chris Farley. You had Dana Carvey. You had Mike Myers. I mean, it was just an all-star cast. And, of course, we all know that that's the movie that brought back Bohemian Rhapsody, a song that was a popular #1 hit 20 years before, and they managed to somehow, with their hilarious video of them in the Mirthmobile.
I think we'll go with a little Bohemian Rhapsody, gentlemen. Good call.
Rocking out and jamming to it, they managed to bring that song back into the limelight, and wow, what a cool history to a Saturday Night Live movie. One of my favorites for sure.
Game on! Game on!
There it is. I'm in Wayne's World now. I am in Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Woo, 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 woo.
Game on! Game on!
You know what's cool is when I was a kid, the amusement park that I used to go to was called Kings Island. It's in Cincinnati. And Paramount bought Kings Island at one point and then converted a good portion of their rides to Paramount attractions. So they ended up having a Top Gun ride, and they would put movie props out so you could actually see them. They had Tom Cruise's Top Gun suit, his Days of Thunder suit, and they had the Mirthmobile there. Now, the Mirthmobile then, later on, you know, obviously was sold, and it ended up on an episode of Pawn Stars, and now, one of the vloggers that I really like, Adam the Woo, did a video where a friend of his, a viewer of his friend, I don't know, it's, I think one of the same now, picked him up in the Mirthmobile, and everything in the Mirthmobile still functions. The licorice dispenser, all that stuff. But, man, what a great piece of history. And now right behind me is where the car was parked that she runs into. And you guys know that I love coming out to filming locations, so Wayne's World was always top of my list. I just, honestly, I thought it was on a back lot somewhere. But nope, it's right here in Van Nuys, California. Right in front of Wayne's house, and right in front of Garth's house.
Hey, are you alright?
There you go, guys. You've now been in Wayne's World with me. Excellent. Swing. I'm over at Kevin's, and we just froze this because I was like, why do they have a sign that has top hat, a Dallas Cowboy star, Peter Griffin, a Batman symbol? And he was saying that it's like their teams are using it now as codes.
Yeah, they're using a code to call the offensive play, but I just...
Statue of Liberty.
Obviously, nobody has the faintest idea what it means.
That's crazy, though. I never noticed that before in any football games. They're just hanging out there. Watching football, aren't you, Jaw? Ah, you're sick. Alright, I got mail from my mom, and that's exactly what I've been waiting on. I'm pretty sure that this is the Buckeyes. And I actually feel pretty honored that she'd spend $20 just to mail me Christmas candy, especially because it's one of my favorite things of all time. If not, maybe my favorite. And those blue sunglasses, I actually ordered 2 pairs of those. And what I'm going to do with those is one pair will actually be for a Patreon. The other pair is going to be, I'm putting in the console of my car because a lot of times I end up roaming off without my sunglasses, and I just thought it'd be kind of funny so you guys will always know when I forget my sunglasses. Those will be my road pair. But if you want to become a Patreon, go on www.patreon.com/Jordan the Lion, and if you want to do it, if you want those sunglasses, become a Patreon for that one, and do it before the 1st of the month, because they charge the cards, I think, on the 1st of the month, and they encourage us not to fulfill our rewards until the cards have been charged. So if you do it after that, I'll have to wait to do your special vlog and do your sunglasses and everything until like another month or whatever, I guess. But yeah, those will be the road pair. You can possibly get those pairs, your Patreon sunglasses, and I'm going to open up the Buckeyes now. Alright, I did step 2 without you, which was cutting open the box. Now let's unveil this holy grail. Now, the last time my mom sent me these, it turned out to be a kind of a funny story, but an irritating story, because she mailed them to me, and for whatever reason, she had the right address. They went from here to, like, St. Louis, then they went to Texas, and then next thing we know, they're gone for 2 days, they're nowhere, and then they appear in Puerto Rico. And then after a day or 2 in Puerto Rico, they start working their way back here. So what should have been like a 3-day journey turned into like 2 weeks. And when I got the Buckeyes, they had all melted and solidified into one big monstrous Buckeye that I basically had to break apart. But it looks like we've got goods here, baby. Let's open it up. Now, Buckeyes are not just the mascot of the Ohio State team. They're our nut, which is no big deal, but this is what they are. And I made them with my mom once, so I can kind of tell you how they're made, but I know how, no matter how I tell you, I'm going to do it wrong. But basically what you do is you mix, I forget, like 2 jars of peanut butter, a bunch of powdered sugar, a bunch of butter, like a stick or 2 of butter, and you basically turn it into a dough, and then you take little pieces and you roll it up into a ball, and then you melt chocolate. You dip them in the chocolate on a toothpick, and then you pull it out and you put it We always put ours in the garage because it's so cold this time of year, but you put them like in the refrigerator or whatever so that they get hard and solidify. And oh god, I love them. Unbelievably addicting. They're one of the best things of all time, if not the best tasting candy ever. If you don't even have to bake them. Now that I think about it, you have to melt the chocolate, but we always did it in the microwave. Go online, look up Buckeyes. You can find the recipe. If anybody wants it, I'm sure my mom has it typed up. I can get it and post it on the Facebook page. But make some Buckeyes, try them out, and let people know how amazing they are. Let's get this thing rocking. You need to be able to find Buckeyes in more places. And they have some prepackaged ones, but they're never very good. I'm going to go ahead and limit it at 2 for now. But they taste so good that you find yourself going back to them numerous times during the day. So I'm going to call it a little break on the Buckeyes for now. Thank you very much, Mom. I appreciate it. I was just texting my mom thanking her for the Buckeyes, and she wrote back and said, "Your moisturizer is in there." I've never used moisturizer in my life, but my mom is concerned from watching the vlog that I have too many wrinkles on my forehead, and so she sent me moisturizer because my mom is eternally 29, and she doesn't want her son to look older than her, so she sent me moisturizer. So there you go, guys. I guess that's one of those things you never expect to get in the mail from your mom. And I didn't even realize it was in there. If she wouldn't have said something, it probably would have went out with the trash. Well, guys, we gotta find a name for you guys. Because I always say guys, and I'm sure that there's some women that are like, hey, I'm not a guy. It's just the way I talk, I'm sorry. I know, like, some people on the Facebook page were saying they were going to think up a name like the Lionhearts or the Daze Heads or something. Come up with a name so I can refer to you guys. Everybody find something you agree on, vote on it, and whatever. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night here from Hollywood. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Yeah, literally, like, just yesterday, I'm, like, looking through something, and I all of a sudden see a picture of the Wayne's World house, and I'm like, wait, I thought that was all done in Aurora or Illinois or whatever. No, it turns out, like, half of it was done here. Stan Mikita's Donuts, the building is still there, and I will go do that for you guys at some point. But, yeah, I loved Wayne's World. It was such a great movie, and, you know, when I was growing up, my mom loved St. Elmo's Fire, so I knew who Rob Lowe was, especially because Rob Lowe was from our area. I grew up in a town called Troy, and his family owned, like, some famous pancake houses right in the cities next to ours. And a funny story is that, I think Wayne's World actually is what kind of brought his career back. He had some incidents with some young girls, and his career was kind of on the decline. Wayne's World brought him back in the limelight, and one time, in order to just be on Parks and Rec because I loved the show so much, I did background on it, and it was actually the episode where Rob Lowe is leaving the show. So they throw this, like, all the holidays in one thing. And they ended up stationing me next to Rob Lowe, kind of on this little bridge. And during a break, he looked over and he noticed that I had a Cincinnati Reds tattoo on my arm. And he goes, "Are you a Reds fan?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Are you from the area?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "What town?" I said, "Troy." And he goes, "Oh my gosh." He said, "You know, my grandparents owned this pancake house." And he told me the name of it, told me where it was at, and then he was telling me, I think it was called The Spot. It was his breakfast place, and his dad ran it and everything. And he actually was talking to me for quite a while. And then when they yelled cut, one of the PAs came by and was like, "You're not allowed to talk to the talent on the show." And I'm like, and he saw them saying that to me, and he came over and he's like, "No, I was talking to him. He happens to be from where I'm from, and we were just catching up on, he was telling me about what the area is like now, so he did nothing wrong." So I have a soft spot in my heart for Rob Lowe. Super nice guy. Really, truly one of the nicest people, one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. And, you know, like I said, my mom would watch St. Elmo's Fire, and it never held my attention until later. I ended up really liking that movie, but where I was able to figure out who Rob Lowe was from the stories of like Dayton and everything was from Wayne's World. So it was pretty cool to go see Wayne's World today. Good night, guys.